Hello. Welcome back to Meta-Factorio, where I am building an AI to play Factorio. If you're watching this on YouTube, first of all, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. But I'm going to keep uploading these videos in 15-minute episodes. So if you're watching on YouTube and you like the 15-minute episode format, please do let me know. Leave me a comment, send me a message, whatever you want to do. Come find me on Twitch and give me that information on Twitch. However you do that. Because it's really, I want to make it as easy for you guys to consume as possible. So yeah, let me know if you prefer it in 15-minute format or if you would like the whole broadcast in a 2-hour video on YouTube. Whatever way is best for you. Okay, so today we're going to keep working on base building, and I'm going to automate the process of building a base module. So for those of you who are new, the concept of a base module is that you have pieces of your base that take some resources in and produce some resources out. So for example, my burner to burner module is when you have two burner mining drills and they're facing each other and they one mines up coal and puts it in the other one mines up coal, puts it in the other one, and that's just self-sustains forever, and the player can run over and just grab some coal out of it, and then in theory use that coal to power other stuff. So this is one of the modules. First, what we're going to do is we're going to automate that so that if I say build a burner miner drill, the player will automatically run over and go ahead and mine that. In order to do that, we need to make sure that the area is clear of things like trees and rocks. So first of all, we're going to be mining out trees and rocks that are in that area. Alright, so let's get started. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is create a new task for removing a tree or a rock. So I'm going to call this like a mine entity. Let's go with the underscore paradigm. Mine entity task. And because this is the best way, I think the best way to get started with a new task is to just copy it. The reach range of 4, I'm actually going to keep that. It's going to be a mine entity task. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, the mine resource task actually does the work of finding the resource, but I could delegate the job of mining the entity from the mine resource task into the mine entity task. So the idea in here in the mine entity task is that we're going to be We're going to be receiving the self.entity, which is going to be an actual reference to like a game entity. Probably don't care about this. What we care about is as long as the entity exists. So let's just take a look at the LuaEye API. We're at 1320, yes. So I think if I ask if this thing is valid, I think there's a valid, yeah. The Lua object holds a reference to an object within a game engine. It is possible that the game engine object is removed whilst the mod still holds a corresponding Lua object. If that happens, the object becomes invalid. Okay. So, it's going to be achieved when that entity is no longer valid, i.e. it has been destroyed by one mean or another. So what we're going to do is going to return not self.entity.valid. So basically, if the entity is valid, then we have not achieved our task. If the entity is not valid, then we have achieved the task. All right. Now, next thing we want to do is move until we are within range for that entity. So let's just say if our range the distance between the player and the entity itself. So it's going to be util.distance. So in here we're going to do whatever the mining operation is. So I believe that is to do these two things. Oh, actually we want to do this. Got it. Awesome. Okay, because the player has a can reach entity. So update the selected entity. Is that a position? Little player. Okay. So this is going to be self.entity. This is going to be self.entity. Mining state. Entity. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to have a create a move to task. So this is going to be args.machine, which is the goal machine. And we want to do this first. So we want to do push single, I believe. Yes. This is going to be a move to point task. Yeah. The move to point is going to take an X and a Y. Okay. So the push single should mean that on the next iteration, the next game tick, we're going to be actually doing this task instead, which should move me into range. I actually would like to put maybe a within range thing here. We even needed to give a callback function there so that I can call back to see if I can reach that entity. But anyway, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so let's do a little test. So instead of doing build modules, let's find the nearest tree. Oh man. Okay. So that's the area. Type equals tree. Hey, undergraduate. Did I finish it yet? No, not quite. Current objective is going to be to clear out the area where I'm planning to build a base module, and then I'm going to be automating the building of that base module. So hopefully by the end of tonight, my guy will be able to run over, build a burner-to-burner module, and then potentially we'll get to having him automatically like putting coal in, pulling out iron plates, getting some basic base building stuff working. Okay, so if the number of trees is greater than 0, we're going to pick the first one, tree, maybe trees 1, and what we're going to do with this tree is we're going to create a push single. We're going to create a mine entity task, and the entity is going to be the tree. Great. Now I'm going to need to require that task. I guess it's more like this one. Mine entity. I know in the mine entity I'm referring to move to point, so I need to pull that in as well. Okay. Okay, so hopefully this will now work in theory. If I don't find any trees, I guess my goal machine's just going to end, so hopefully that will work. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm doing that correctly. I'm not. Okay, excellent. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, let's give it a go. Hopefully there's a tree. There's no... Not even there yet. Mine entity task and no value. What did I do wrong? Ah. Alright. Once more with feeling. It wouldn't be a real real game if there was not. Attempt to call global move to point task table value. Yeah. Wouldn't be a real attempt if it didn't crash the first time. Alright, there's plenty of trees. Okay, Pathfinder is working. We've targeted a tree. We're trying to get there. Do it. Do it. Get to the tree. And now we're stuck on another tree. Why? So we definitely didn't find the closest tree to cut down. Alright, let's try that again. It's a little bit less dense this far, so maybe we can find our way through it. I spoke too soon. Really? Is that what it's going to be? Last time before I implement the find the closest tree. And there's no trees. Factorio, you are my friend.